Start chanting. Om Shahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunatu Saha Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Ma Vidvisha Bahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. May Brahman protect us both, the teacher and the student equally. May he enable us to share the benefit of the learning equally. May we be equally strong to grasp the meaning of the learning. May the learning be equally fruitful to us. May we never be jealous of each other. Peace, peace, peace. Now we go back to our reading today. We are in the discussion when Jama is giving advice to Nachiketa, and that advice starts with this question: what is the truth which is beyond this birth and death, which brings total freedom? So that was the question. And there he started with a metaphor that this body is like a chariot, and Atman is the charioteer inside, and the horses are the senses, the reins are mind, and then Buddhi the driver. So, and then he said that if this chariot is moving by the will of whom? Of that who is seated in the heart. The boss, the ultimate boss. But the driver drives. When the driver becomes egocentric, or he does not know where to go, misdirected, have a very misconception of the thing about the goal and the journey, then it will be the disaster will happen to the person who is seated inside. Similarly, the mind is restless, and it is controlled not by the horses who are very cooperative. The mind has no grip of those horses, then that will create disaster also. The horses are the 10 senses, 5 senses of perception and 5 senses of action. So then we got the suggestion that if the mind is, the driver is strong, buddhi, intellect, is very determined and has a fixed determination, that yes, I will drive the car for this, reaching this goal. And the mind is strong, and the horses are powerful, but they should be controlled in the hand of the buddhi. Then so paramapnoti, he reaches the goal, reaches all dualities and all the sufferings of life, and one can reach the goal. But suppose if the buddhi, intellect, is not refined, if it runs for the petty objects of the world and tries to find satisfaction there, then the whole direction of the car will be in a worldly path, and the mind restless, senses restless, all create a disaster. So it will create disaster, or you can create a perfect goal of perfect peace and attainment of the spirit. So these are the two things we have read. And then came the question that what are the 7th, 8th verse talked about that the person who has a discriminating intellect, the intellect can, on page 98, the person who has a discriminating intellect, as I told just now, also has a controlled mind, and that is also a pure thought, speech and action. Such a person is sure to attain the goal. Having once attained the goal, he will not be born again. He gets subject to the birth and death again. And now 99, he whose intellect, like the good charioteer, again emphasizing that point of the example of a chariot and the charioteer, takes him along the right path. The driver, if he is careful where to go, and if he is determined, he has known, he is connected with the GPS, and GPS is who is sitting in the heart. And he said, hey, I want to reach my divine self. And the Buddhi listens to that. If you listen, if it does not listen, then what will happen? Buddhi will take you to some other direction, and it brings disaster to the person. So he says, whose intellect, like a good charioteer, takes him along the right path, whose mind is under the control of the intellect. That means they have coordination. Buddhi says, intellect says, hey, I'll have to go this way. No? Buddhi says. And the steering cooperates with that. Sometimes it happens, no? I was one time driving the car. That was towards my beginning of driving also. And suddenly I was not in the freeway, but on the surface road to go to a doctor. And suddenly what happened? The steering is not moving, brake is not working, and the car is not listening to anything. And all the cars are passing left lane, right lane, in the lane. We have to cross 2-3 lanes. Someone is sitting with me, and then we tried hard to just push this steering right, so that it can come and halt at somewhere, because we have no control. It is not stopping. So this is the condition of our chariot here. The GPS was connected. The direction was okay. But suddenly, the steering, the driver is saying, hey, I want to move this way. It does not listen. Not right, not light, its own direction. And the brake is not functioning. The whole engine as if went out of order. Because mind, intellect and the senses are not cooperating with the boss. Even Buddhi determines that I shall go there, but you are failure. So here is the point. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, muscles of iron, nerves of steel, and the pure intellect. These are the things very much necessary for spiritual journey. Many people think that weak people, psychologically sick, they want to make spiritual journey. It is not for that. Spiritual journey is not for the weak people. Better not to try that way. Unless you are very strong, mind strong, determination strong, character. Otherwise, the spiritual journey is just you can say, showpiece for others, but for one's spiritual journey, it does not bring any result. So that's an important point here. Just to move in the path of spirituality, Vijnana Sarathi Rajastu, who's Vijnana, their intellect, is a Sarathi, charioteer, and driver. Yeah. Takes him along the right path. Manaha pragraham evacha. Mind is like the reins, it's have a control. Pull the horses, it will not go that direction. Your senses are going this way, no, I will direct this way, and it will listen to that. So this, if it is done, whose mind is under the control of the intellect, who by virtue such as combination can direct his senses as he thinks best, he can go to the other side of the world where he attains the highest goal, union with the cosmic. Yes, what you are saying?
You say it's not for weak people.
Yeah.
But everybody cannot be strong and
Then it is Vedanta is not the path.
That means I shouldn't come here.
No, you should come, but you should be strong. After so many years, you should be much strong. You should not be weak more. You should have been weak. You should be stronger and stronger and stronger. Otherwise, you are not assimilating the ideas. What is the ideas of Vedanta? Fearlessness, facing all challenges, deathless state. And we listen every day and go back the same way and come crying again, nothing has happened, nothing has happened. Yes, nothing has happened, but assert every day, positive thinking, and get more and more. Yes, I am not perfect yet, but yes, I am trying. I will be stronger. It's not the weak mind crying and weeping and putting the responsibility on, oh, because of him, because of her, my all suffering is there. No, take your responsibility. My mind, my senses are cheating me. I'll have to make control. I'll have to take control over them. So this is a powerful mind is created. We create our mind. We create our mind weak. We can create our mind strong. So this Vedanta teaches that we should try every day. We may fail 1,000 times. But really, surely, you should be stronger than that I was before. I was what and I am here. Do you think that you are the same? No. So that is your development. So, to practice spiritual discipline, we should have to be assert ourselves, and that potential power is within us. That is the very fundamental teaching of Vedanta. You have the power. You have never exerted that. Exert, it will come. We can exert our ego on others. We can exert our anger on others, frustration on others. Why not exert the divinity in us? It's positive thinking. We are weak in one point, but we become strong there. No, when we take it up. So here Vedanta says, yes, to be strong is spirituality, to be powerful. And psychologically weak people is not fit for Vedanta. Suppose those who are coming for some reason mentally little off, try to practice spiritual discipline, you'll make a disaster. It's not for that. A strong mind, strong body, that is to be developed. I am not. I may be physically weak, but I should have to inculcate that power. I am mentally weak. I know I am weak, but no. Mind is weak, but behind is the power of the Lord which is in me. Why I shall be weak? I shall be strong. I am not doing detrimental work for anybody, but I am improving myself. It is for my own growth. I will have to do it.
Swami, isn't it part of like that part that can tell us, that's just another aspect of the mind that we can discriminate to listen to or not, because there can always be something, a thought saying that we are not strong.
Yeah.
And it is just a thought.
That is also one point.
Listen to it.
Yeah, that is also a point. No, that's also one point. I am not strong. We are harboring on that thought. We say, no, I am not that weak. I am not perfectly strong, but I am strong. My goal is fixed. I have to realize God. This is my goal. That's why I come over here. So I am listening. I am doing it. As much absorption I am trying to do it. But I want more. That's a different thing. Who is perfect at a time? No. But the weakness, what I wanted to say, actually it came to my mind, that thought, psychologically those who are not strong, those who cannot keep the normal life standard with other people and want to be spiritual, that's a wrong step. Be normal first. Normal human being with intellect, understanding, like a genuine person in the society with their normal intellectual ability to grasp things, to be matching in the world, to adjust with that, and then you jump over that. A person who is not that strong, because I am talking many boys and girls, or even some come to become a monk. And when they come with that, if that is not really strong enough, they cannot continue. And it is not for because of the failure in the worldly life I am coming over here. I have seen all these things, I have gone through it, I am not satisfied, I want to another step up. So that is be the strength. I am mentioning that idea. Okay, now last verse we read, the last one on page 105, that Esha, but where is this Atman? The point is that Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudho atmana prakashate drishyate tu agraya buddhya sukshmaya suksmadarshivih. Esha Atma, this Atma, I am talking about that Atma who is the boss here. It's here, but it is Gudha. It is embedded in it. Not prakashate. It is not manifesting to me. I do not know there is Atman. Why we are weak? Because we do not know what is here. If one knows a little of that power, they become the heroes of the world. Who they care for? The whole world is under their feet. So, Yesho Sarveshu Bhute. Not this Atman is not here, but in Sarveshu Bhuteshu. In all created being, it is residing in the heart of all. But Gudha, it is embedded or it is in a form, what is called, it is hidden. And Gudha Atma, not Prakashate. It is not getting manifested. In the holy people, we see that manifestation. But in our normal life, we don't see the manifestation. As you were saying, I am weak. Why you will be weak? Physically, I am weak. Mentally, I am weak. But I am Atman. I am neither the body, neither the mind. I am that Atman. To charge that way, it gives you the strength, forward strength. So, this is the point that Esho Atma not Prakashate. It does not get manifested. But not manifested to me, that because I am not that refined. My buddhi is not that sharp and determined. My mind is not that pure and strong. But drishyate tu agraya buddhya. It can be experienced, it can be seen. As I see you, Ramakrishna said, as I see you, to agraya buddhya. That's why I am saying why it is not for the weak people. Agra buddhi means sharpened intellect, very pinpointed. They're focused. They understand the thing in such a depth that they will not be swayed away by any false argument. So, drishyate tu agra means pointed. Buddhya means intellect. Intellect all pointed. Our buddhi is distracted. I think this time it is good. Today, tomorrow I think no, that is good. And third day, that is good. But agra buddhi means it has been sharpened in such a way it only points to that goal. So that agra buddhya sukshmaya suksmadarshini. Those, because it is subtle, only those who have the subtle intellect, subtle and fine and refined intellect, they can only drishyate, they can see this reality, they can understand, realize this. Okay? So this is much we have read. Now we are reading today the verse number 13 on page 106 of Lokeshwarananda Swami's book. So now let us read that verse. You have the books. Yached bang manashi pragga. Yached bang manashi pragga. Tajjached jnana atmani. Tajjached jnana atmani. Jnanam atmani mahati nijached. Jnanam atmani mahati nijached. Tajjached Shanto Atmani. Tajjached Shanto Atmani. The beautiful how to now we can make our mind strong. We have to make our mind strong. How we can become powerful? a wire, bare wire in the road is lying in the road, in a path. You can trample over it, you can do whatever way you can use. But when that line is connected with the power supply, what happens? Can you touch that? Yeah. So we are weak. Weak because we are disconnected from this inside. How to connect that? Go back from this way. Go here to here to here to go. As you have remember that chart. You studied it or anymore is there or it is gone all over. Probably it should be with you. So, if you have the book, if you remember this or you've forgotten, this is the point. It is saying the direction. How to go boom, 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 boom inside. And if you can go inside, then you see the Atman. So, here is beautiful idea given. Jachet, that means you merge yourself back in your speech. Where? In a